When I started this show, these two words were a promise I was making to myself. Today, they are something I know in my bones. For 14 episodes, I sat in this chair and talked to you about courage, about fear, about showing up, putting yourself first, owning your time, living in your genius. And I meant every single word. But I want you to know something as we close this season. I wasn't speaking to you from the top of the mountain, pointing down and giving directions. I was speaking from the middle of the climb, right there on the trail with you, out of breath sometimes, figuring out the next handhold as I went. Everything I told you, I was living it in real time, the same week I recorded it. So today, no book, no framework, no three steps, just my story, told through the 14 things I learned this season right alongside you.
Say me.
When I started this podcast, I thought I was launching a show. Looking back now, I can see what I was really doing. I was making myself a promise out loud where I couldn't take it back. The whole season, if I am honest, was one long answer to a single question I was too afraid to ask directly. Is it too late for me? At 52 and about to be 53, with a company to run, a family, a life already built, was it too late to become the person I quietly always wanted to be? Was it too late to become an internationally renowned singer and songwriter? Let me walk you back through how I answer that, movement by movement. Movement one, the alarm. It started with an alarm. Well, actually, two. The first was my soul. I had hit 50, and on paper I was successful, but I felt sick. I was polishing spreadsheets while my music was quietly dying inside me. The second alarm was my body, the scale, a 40-pound wake up call I'd been ignoring because I was too busy being responsible. What I learned in those first episodes is that the body and the soul send the same telegram, just in different languages. Both of mine were saying the same thing. You are spending your one life on the wrong things, and some part of you knows it. I didn't have words for it yet, but I had the discomfort, and the discomfort was the beginning of everything. Movement two, the guilt I mistook for responsibility. Then came the resistance, and it didn't look like resistance, it looked like virtue. I had procrastinated on my dreams for 15 years, and I had a very reasonable explanation for all of it. I was being responsible. But underneath the responsibility was guilt. Guilt every time I chose the song over the agenda. Guilt for wanting more when I already had so much. That's the season's hardest lesson. And it took me several episodes to name it. The fears, the sneaky ways I sabotage my own happiness, the comfort of staying busy with work I was merely good at. None of it was laziness. It was fear wearing the costume of duty. And you cannot dismantle a fear you keep calling something noble. I had to catch it, name it, and feel it in my body before I could move through it. Movement three, choosing myself without apology. And then something cracked open. I built a vision board, and it made me cry because I realized I had spent decades putting myself last and calling it love. So I started choosing myself, not selfishly, but on purpose. I stopped managing my time like a victim of my calendar and started owning it, giving my sharpest hours to the work that mattered most instead of my leftover exhausted ones. Putting myself first stopped feeling like a betrayal of everyone else. It started feeling like the only way I could actually show up for them. We're going to talk about the people who were watching me doing all this right after the break. This being the season finale, I want to shout out something close to my heart. The Say I Am Possible merch I've designed for you all. The mug I'm holding right now, and the one with the right spelling of the word impossible. So it reads I am possible. The shirts. Because here's the thing about a reminder you can hold in your hand. On the mornings, the doubt is loud. An object on your desk can be louder. Every time I wrap up my hands around this cup, it says the sentence back to me before I've even had coffee. If you want one on your desk too, the link is below. Worldwide shipping and very affordable is available. Movement 4. The people who were watching. Here's what I didn't expect when I started this journey. It was never just about me. My sons were watching. I learned that before our children can dream, someone is already showing them what a dreaming adult looks like or doesn't. The late nights I stayed up to help one of my sons record a piano audition taught me what my own mother knew long before any manager or business book did, that the people we love are not interruptions to the work. Sometimes they are the work. And the people around me taught me one more thing, the humble, hungry, smart lesson, that being right is not the same as being helpful, that I could lose a friend not by being wrong, but by being right in the worst possible way. The season made me a more honest leader, a more present mother, and a slightly less impossible person to collaborate with. Slightly. I'm still working on it. Movement 5. Stop chasing perfect, start showing up. By the end of the season, I stopped waiting to feel ready. I learned how badly you have to want something to actually pay the cost of getting it. I learned that consistency beats perfection every single time, and that showing up imperfectly again and again is the whole secret. And I learned that the resistance never fully leaves. Even now, my brain finds a snack, some easier, urgent feeling task, right before the real work. The difference is that now I see it for what it is. I name it, and I do the work anyway. That's not a finish line, that's a practice. And I'll be practicing it for the rest of my life. So here's the heart of it. I call this podcast Say Impossible because for most of my life, the word in my head was the other one, impossible. And every single episode this season, when I looked into that camera and told you that you could do it, that it wasn't too late, that you were enough, that you should let yourself shine without shrinking, I was also saying it to the woman I used to be, the one who shrugged when a producer asked if she could sing. I wasn't teaching you from above. I was convincing myself right alongside you. And somewhere in these 14 episodes, it worked. I believe it now. So if you felt me speaking directly to you this whole time, you were right. We were learning the same things side by side. And the answer to my scary question, is it too late? Turned out to be, nope, we are not late. It was never too late. It was just never going to be easy, which are two very different things. Now here's our challenge, the last one of the season, and the one that every other challenge was quietly building toward. I want you to say it out loud, like in this shirt. Yes, I'm possible. Say it loud. Say it even if you don't believe it yet. Specifically, if you don't believe it yet. Because I'm living proof that you don't wait to believe it before you say it. You say it until you believe it. That's the whole thing. That's 14 episodes in 2 words. I am possible. Now something personal. This is the season 1 finale, and I am going to take a short break before season two. Not because I am stopping, but because I've learned this very season that rest is part of the work, not a betrayal of it. I am taking my own advice finally. While I'm away, I'd love to hear from you. Find me on Instagram at Angela Bendeck and tell me the one episode or the one sentence that stayed with you. I read all of these messages, they mean more than you really know. If this season meant something to you, share it with one person who needs to hear that it isn't too late for them either. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so when season 2 begins, we meet again right away. Thank you for climbing this first mountain with me. I'll see you at the start of the next one. Until then, keep saying, I am possible, and say it out loud.
Say, 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 say.